Hi everyone, Angus Campbell here, Monday the 12th of August, and there is what is now a familiar sight. However, we made quite a bit of progress last time. Clutch is fitted all good, starter chain is correct, and we were just waiting for the primary chain, and then we can do the final fit and get the whole of the primary side together, and hey presto. Here it is, 72 pitches, one primary chain. So, without further ado, let's take this lot off again, and then we'll put it back on with the primary chain. And then we can complete the fitting of the stator and the rotor, and also the clutch. And bearing in mind with the clutch, we need to do a little bit of trimming, I think, on the spring cuts because they're a bit tight. But we should make some progress today. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Okay, pull the clutch off, and the front crankshaft sprocket, etc., is just on splines. So this is what it will look like, and we have to put all this lot on together. However, the starter chain can be a little well, can be loose while we just initially get the primary chain sorted out, and then we can do the starter chain afterwards. Otherwise, we're going to need 4 or 5 hands at once to do this. So let me offer it up and see how we get on. Apologies, I can't embarrass myself by showing you this live because I haven't got the stand with me today and I haven't got 4 hands. So let me bring you back, hopefully in a couple of minutes, with this lot roughly on and lined up. Right, a couple of minutes later, so the primary chain is on, and what I've done to facilitate things is I've just taken the starter driven gear off the sprag. So on the reverse side of it, you'll see you've got the shoulder there that goes into the sprag. So that means we can put that on separately. It's a bit difficult sometimes to put this part back into the sprag there and get the rollers to retract slightly, but with a bit of patience and a bit of manipulation, it'll do it. So we'll do that now. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So there we are, all the chain wheels, sprockets, etc. on. Chains look good. Primary chain is beautiful. That's you know, not much play in that at all just yet, and we've not even started to adjust the slipper tensioner, which is actually at its lowest point at the moment, and you can see that we can adjust that up probably about 1/4 of an inch or so, well within tolerances, to get that chain nice and nicely adjusted and relatively taut. So next thing is we'll get the circlip on the retaining circlip on the chain wheel on the starter shaft. We've got the clutch hub nut with all its 2 washers and its tab washer in there already. We won't bend the tab washer yet because this is coming apart again. And then we'll offer up the stator, and then put the unbox the rotor. Right, so let's crack on. Okay, stator on. It's all very tight, but it's all in there. Got to make sure the stator wire stays clear of the chains, but there's plenty of guys for that. Oh, sorry about that, I had a sneeze. But there's a good guide for that. There is, I need to put a rubber seal on this, but we'll do that in the final build. But down the bottom here at its source, it does sit proud of, can't see it quite too well just there. It does sit away from the starter clutch sprocket. So it's all very tight, but it fits. So now let's do a test fit of the rotor. This is the correct size rotor. It's not the correct part number because obviously this doesn't have the timing marks for a Fury. This is from a twin, but it'll be the same diameter. So we'll see, it's got its keepers on at the moment. We'll take the keepers off and we'll test fit that now. We need also just to put a thin thrust washer at the back here. That's to ensure that this needle roller bearing and its bearing surface stay within the centre of this, which is firstly on this side is the oil catch plate, and behind that you've got the Sprag sprocket for the starter chain here. So as I say, all very tight. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a bit of a slog, but we've got there. That's just about it. So one or two bits and pieces to finish. Firstly, the rubber seal that goes over here, which I've got. So we just need to remember to put that on the wire when we thread it through for the final build. And also the clutch centre push rod adjuster. That's 5/16 UNF. That's on its way with a lock nut. So that's an easy fit. But the proof of the pudding is going to be if the cover fits. So shall we have a go? Try and do this one hand while you're watching. There we go. It's on. All the chains you can see through there. And you can't actually. I can see a starter chain and the primary chain is behind it. Yep. There's the clutch centre. And of course the badge, the BSA badge, is sloping backwards because of course the engine isn't tilted forwards at the moment. So once we get the right angle it will be right. So there we go. Right, 2 dome nuts go on here. Obviously standard inspection cover, plugs, and then a set of screws. This is the engine breather here, so that there's a pipe that fits onto that goes to the underside of the plenum chamber of the air filter, underneath the air filter. And that's this side done. What we'll do on the next video is progress to the next side. So thanks for your patience everybody, but I hope that demonstrates as we've gone through the series on the primary case here some of the trials and tribulations we need to consider for this engine, but we've got there for now. And I'll look forward to seeing you again in the next video when we'll go over to the left-hand gearbox outer cover, which is that set there, and we'll start putting that together to go over the other side here. Thanks again everybody for watching. Thanks for interest, thanks for any subscriptions, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.